you, Jim, I'm gonna ask you first, make third thing. If your comedy style had parents, who would they be?
That's a great question.
Oh my gosh, I have to go first. I'm gonna say Rob and Laura from the Dick Van Dyke Show.
That's funny.
Okay.
You chose fictional. Was it fictional people? Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Mine would be like, I would say the parents would be George and Martha from Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, but the uncle would be John Waters. never thought about it before. But also I would throw in there, like, you're kind of asking me what are my common influences too, because I didn't have to throw in when I was a kid. Well, when I was a kid, there was no DVDs, no VCRs or anything. So I used to put a tape recorder, a little tape recorder next to the television, and record Saturday Night Live and then listen to it, the audio. There was no way to record the image of it.
Sure.
When I was growing up. But I would listen to records too, and I was really into George Carlin, Stephen Martin, Red Fox, Richard Pryor. Those were my early comedy influences, along with my early Saturday Night Live. Interesting, and John Waters eventually.
I kind of did the same thing without knowing like what I was doing. I recorded Sinbad.
Oh, really?
And would listen to it in the mornings in between Bob and Tom or whatever. If you could put together an all-star improv team throughout the history of people that you guys have worked with.
Jeez, you are hard hitting here with these questions. What do you think?
It could be a group.
The people that I worked with?
Yeah, both of you guys. Yeah.
Oh, God, I mean, I would, if I had to choose, like, Jesus, that's tough. I mean, I know certain people that I worked with on board, like Scott Adsit, Steve Colbert, Tina Fey, Amy Sedaris, maybe Kevin Dorff. I'm just throwing out names like
John Hartman.
John Hartman's so good at Brian Millman. I don't know, there's so many great people that I've had the pleasure of working with. Andy Bryant's great, Connor O'Malley. You know Connor?
I do not.
Oh, he was great. You know Adi Bryant? Adi Bryant's she was on Saturday Night Live forever, and her husband is Connor O'Malley, and we're good friends. They're both doing stuff here, so.
And current people, Chelsea and Anita.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, it's so hard. I mean, it's like choosing your babies, but.
Right.
That's a question to get, like, I'll get questions off. I'm okay, what was it like to work with Stephen Colbert? What was it like to work with whoever? And I'm like, well, it was exactly like working with you right now.
Right.
Just we were just doing shit.
Right. We were speaking about the internet earlier and kind of coming up through that. Do you think that SNL still holds the same space in pop culture as it did in the 90s?
I don't think so. I think that it has its influence and certainly found its market in their niche and all that. And it will survive. I certainly think it's been affected by everything. I think everything has been affected by, the internet, proliferation of media, and the accessibility to put yourself out there in some way.
Sure.
You good into that?
You guys have had so many classic shows come through here, whether it be Co-ed Prison Sluts or Splatter, which I am team Let Allie Kill People. She wants to be the first female killer, and I'm all on board for that. Gag Reflex, Max is great. I love Mario. What do you guys look for in productions when picking what productions you guys want to have on an Annoyance stage?
It's so interesting because it's definitely changed since we came here than it used to be at all the other theaters prior to coming to Belmont, just because we have 2 stages now and we are doing so many shows. So we do a lot more rental shows here than we never used to do that at any of our other theaters. So the shows that we choose to be Annoyance productions that we sort of put under our banner, generally those are going to be shows, I think, where, and we have a team of people that meets every week. We'll be meeting in 20 minutes. That looks through all the show submissions. So we're looking for something that sort of has the spirit of the Annoyance, as far as maybe it challenges something in the status quo, or maybe it's just stupid funny, but it sort of speaks to the kinds of stuff that we've always enjoyed putting on stage here. And we always hope that there's a diverse cast, and we hope that the people that are involved are people who are actively involved sort of in the Annoyance scene and participating a lot, and hopefully it's funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Am I missing anything?
No, I would agree with that. And I think you asked me, or asked us about like what the 90s and stuff. I always feel like the talent pool of Chicago has always remained pretty much the same. Like there's always the same. You mentioned Mac, Lita, Chelsea, all those, and Mario. Like those people always are going to be around in Chicago. Like I don't look back and like that was the great era of Chicago improv. Because when I was 24, we were talking about like, oh, the great era of Chicago improv was 20 years ago. That was, when I was 24, it was 1988. So it's just always the same conversation, but it's always got the same degree and amount of people that are talented in Chicago that ebb and flow, and there's a sine curve, and it's always like sometimes there's a lot of great talented people, and then it kind of wanes, but then it always comes back. Right now, I think it's fine.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And how did you come up with the name The Annoyance?
Well, in the bar, there's a thing on the wall with all of it's an actual copy of the actual thing where a bunch of us sat around drinking tequila all night, just threw out names, and in the morning we circled The Annoyance. So there's a lot of fun names on there. Unlucky Pets, the Brandly Affected Theater Company. There's a lot of really fun names on there to check out. Yeah, we just came with The Annoyance. I've always had mixed feelings about it. I like it in a way because it suggests that it is annoying and it's disruptive, and it will disrupt theater and disrupt comedy and disrupt the scene. The thing I don't like about it is that it kind of depreciated from corporate opportunities in a weird way. Because you can have Upright Citizens Brigade, and that becomes UCB, and that sounds like a corporate thing about it. UCB. Second City certainly got its own name. Improv Olympic, IO, that sounds like something. And yeah, The Annoyance with co-ed prison slugs was quite a battle when you're talking fucking Motorola about doing a corporate workshop.
Sure.
So it was something to overcome.
And when it's all said and done, and when people are thinking about, what would you like The Annoyance's reputation to have been in Chicago? When people look back on Chicago and they bring up Second City and IO and Annoyance, what would you like that reputation to have been?
On the theater side, I'd like it to be really subversive, wild, funny shit, do all these weird ass things and it's funny. On the training side, a place where someone would feel empowered and find their own comedic voice, and a training center is not afraid to give people hopefully kind and direct information about what they're doing and how to find their voice.
I love, just over the years, we've been around long enough now that we'll see people that come back to Chicago or something with their kids or on a trip after they've moved out to the suburbs or whatever. And I love hearing them say, we had the best time there, as opposed to we saw the best show. I always want people to say, we saw a great show there, but I love when people say we had the best time there, because it means that it wasn't just the show, it was also the experience.
Sure.
Sitting at the bar, or meeting people or whatever, that people have just a really wonderful time hanging out.
Never thought of that.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining me today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.